Good morning, everybody. Shefa, Brochu, Vatzluchu. We have two parashat. Parashat Vayakel Pikuday, ending the beautiful book of the Geulah, the book of Shmot. And there's so much to talk about. But before we talk about everything, we want to understand really why is it that the Torah again and again telling out about the Mishkan, and he's telling us about everybody that's got a part in the Mishkan, and it's beautiful things are being said in our parsha when we look into it. 1 minute, let me find it. Vayakel Moshe et kol ha'en. Moshe brings all the people of Israel. Everybody's included. When it says, Kumi itchem truma, kol nediv lev, everybody's got a part in the Mishkan. Everybody has got the power to give. And vayavou kol ish asher nesa'o libo v'chol asher nadva rucho oto heviu. And everybody comes to bring the donation to the Mishkan, whatever he can. Everybody's got a part. And this reminds me of a story. I always tell it. Years ago, I visited a factory that we work with in the States in Wadena, Minnesota. Wow! The coldest place, I think, on earth. Anyway, never mind. And there, you know what the factory there is? A factory for garden furniture. Funny enough. Now, this garden furniture is giving the, let's say, it's providing to everybody in the town. Like this town is like you see in the films, in the Western, like to go, it's one main street with lower buildings, and like the pub or the coffee place, whatever it is, where the diner, what they call it, and everybody knows everybody. And we get to the factory, a beautiful factory, and the best products, really unbelievable. And I was feeling like a president. Like they had this big flag of the United States, and on the other side, a big flag of Am Israel, of Israel. The Israeli flag was there. And I had a red carpet. Unbelievable. They gave me unbelievable honor. I couldn't believe it. Now, while we're going in through the factory, seeing everything, having a beautiful meeting, in the middle of the production halls, where they're doing all this hard work, like doing holes and welding and bending, I see a big stage, and all the furniture on the stage lay out like you just can sit there, beautiful, with the cushions, with everything, umbrellas. So I'm asking the guy, what's this? Well, you bring the customer inside the factory in order to show them the products? He says, no, mapitom. That's not the reason. Look, you've got here people, they're doing the same thing the whole week, the whole day, and it's very monotonic. Like this one is going 2 holes in a pipe. 2 holes, no, two, again and again. The other one is bending a pipe. Again and again and again the whole day. The other one is molding a piece. And so on. And each one of them, like, it's really depressing. What is he doing? He doesn't feel that he's doing something important. So once in a while he looks and he sees on the stage the beautiful furniture that he is producing. Yes, the 2 holes that he's putting in, the pipe that he's bending, the molding that he's doing, it's a part of this beautiful thing. And gives him pride. Wow, I am a part. It's not just 2 holes. I am a part of this beautiful thing. And I really thinking about it, I think that a lot of factories should learn from this factory. It's unbelievable. And that's exactly why the Torah is doing. The Torah is telling us, each one of us got a part in the Mishkan. Sometimes you feel, well, what am I doing? I'm so, well, you have the tzaddikim. And they're talking about the Mishkan, telling us that every details, and again telling us another the details, and again the same details sometimes. Why? To tell us that every detail is a part of this beautiful Mishkan tabernacle, of the beautiful temple that we are building. And I think that's a big lesson for us, because sometimes in life, we think, who are we? What can we do? Each one of us got a job. It's like, you have to understand that we need each other also. We are part of each other. It's like a big machine. It's like if you have a court case, would you go to the tailor? To the carpenter? He's not going to help you. You'll go to a lawyer. And if you have to fix a suit or make furniture, where will you go? To the lawyer? To the accountant? Of course not. Each one of us got a job. Now you need all those jobs, because without those jobs, nothing will exist. Same way in the army. We need the fighters and we need those who support the fighters, because without them, they cannot fight. All those planes, Baruch Hashem, God, with God's help, will come to finish of this. It's not only the pilot and the co-pilot that is sitting there. It's a whole system. A lot of people are involved for the plane to fly properly and the bombs and everything. And that's the same thing with the Mishkan. But unfortunately, sometimes we don't see the big picture. We see the small thing that we are doing. Says, oh, what are we doing? And this is exactly the big lesson that we have to learn. Each one of us got a beautiful, unbelievable job. And when we're talking about this, the development of a person, which is also something important. Sometimes ideas, think, well, what's going to be those ideas? Those ideas can go up and up and up to heaven. On the Aron HaKodesh, on the covenant, there was two figures of kids, a boy and a girl, with wings going up to heaven. What was it all about? These two kids, they are developing, they are growing, and where do they go to? Up to heaven. The wings are up to heaven, to teach us that there is always a development if we just have to go in the right way. There was this Rav Gifter, there was the Bugay Tzaddik, Rav Mordechai Gifter. He was the head of the Yeshivas Telz in America. And when he was a kid, his parents saw, they used, I don't know if you remember, they used to be, maybe today also, there's those albums that you collect pictures of players or artists or whatever, actors. And there are also albums of tzaddikim, that you have an album and you collect, the kids collecting the pictures and putting them in an album. Now the parents look at this album that the kid had. He had a beautiful album of tzaddikim, and they see there's one spot that is empty, and there is something, a notice there inside. They take it and took the note. It says, Yuda, if you go in the right way, one day you will also have a picture in this album, and if not, you will be out. This is a dream of a kid that become one of the biggest scholars of the generation. The same story, the Daf HaYomi. The Daf HaYomi is the Rav Meir Shapira Milublil. And he had this idea when he was also a young guy. Okay, I don't know how old he was. And in his village where he lived, there were people laughing at him. Yes, in the whole world, people will learn the same page in the Gemara. Yes, they were joking on him. But you see it happen. And they say that years later, after already people were all over the world learning the Daf HaYomi, which is amazing, you go abroad, wherever you come, you go on learning the same page that you had here or there. And he came back to his hometown, and everybody came came for him, honored him. And also those group of people, those who were joking on him, they came to him and he told them, you were joking on me when I was a kid. If I would have listened to you, this whole project wouldn't exist. And this is a big lesson to us as parents and as educators or whatever. We have to encourage the kids with their ideas. Even if this idea sees, wow, what is he talking about? Yes, because we see if great ideas make great people, as long as we support them and help them and not, let's say, put them down, give them the way, help them to raise up. And when we see this thing, this is exactly the right thing to do. It's written, Lachashov machashavot la'asot, to think, thoughts, to do. We had it in the last parsha also. Why do we need it double? To think, to do. Think and do. What's Lachashov machashavot la'asot? And here, there is a very important message. Last year, we do a Mishloach Manot of the Kehillah, the congregation, So you don't have to do it. You pay for it, and then you send it to all the members of the congregation, and you get it from all the members. They get it from all the members, and you Yasat Yedei Chova, you did the mitzvah. Last year, I'm coming back from Sudat Purim with my son, and normally this Shloach Mot is waiting in the door. It's not there, so I'm afraid what's going to be now. I haven't got the Mishloach Manot. What should I do? So I send a message with a WhatsApp and says, unfortunately, I don't see the Mishloach Manot. I was one of the first to register and paid. And please check, because otherwise I have to go and do the Mishloach Manot because I am depending on this. And that's it. So then I thought, you know what, I'm not going to wait for anything. I'm going to do Mishloach to the neighbors. And I did it, Baruch Hashem. When I'm coming back, there it is. Okay, Baruch Hashem, happy ending. Wait. Friday night, I'm coming out from shul, saying Shpit Shabbos to one of our friends, a couple of very, very good couples, righteous people. Wow. And suddenly I get this cold shower. What have you done? How dare you? They told us that you got so angry and was shouting that you didn't get the Mishloach Manot. I says, what are you talking about? Never happened. And I understood they were those who volunteered to in our area to give the Mishlochei Manot out to everybody. And they told me, didn't you know that we're not allowed to leave? They told us not to leave the Mishloach Manot if there's nobody at home, because we are looking that the year before people left home and we put the Mishloach Manot and somebody took it. So the committee said that if the people are not at home, don't leave the Mishloach Manot. So that's what we did. He says, okay, I just asked very politely in order to do it. I said, you know what? I'll send you the WhatsApp on Motzei Shabbos. Motzei Shabbos sending this, then they phoned me directly. Oh, sorry, we couldn't believe that you will behave like this for a Mishloach Manot and like shouting and But I was thinking, what's happening here? Maybe I did a mistake. Maybe I thought again, lachashov machashavot, again and again. Maybe I shouldn't even send the message. Maybe I should have just go and give Mishloach Manot for myself and see later on what's going on. This is lachashov machashavot lasot. Sometimes, also in life, we think that we know something, and sometimes we should think again. We don't know what's going to happen with those things. By the way, it works also in other ways. For example, when we're talking about to think and who is giving you the advice, and sometimes in life, things change. And you have to think again and see if you are still in the same way. For example, I used to take my wife, she was a teacher for many years, to a school on the other side of town. And we're going through town, and it was like traffic lights, and it took almost half an hour to get there. One day, I'm putting the GPS, putting the WhatsApp, and he directs me, instead of right, left, out from town. I said, well, what's this? He doesn't know what he's doing. So I tried again, and again, left. I don't know what to do. What should I do? Listen to the WhatsApp. Sometimes the WhatsApp does mistakes. Anyway, I looked and I saw that there is a new road. And I know they were building a road, didn't know they opened it. And he showed me that they're going to the road. I went out of town, but really I was short. There was a shortcut. What do you mean shortcut? It took me 5 minutes to get to the other side of town. Vroom, all around. No traffic light, no nothing. So, who is our GPS? Lehavdil, Kodesh Baruch Hu. He is our GPS. We should listen, even if we think differently. And that we see in Pikuday. Kasher tziva Hashem et Moshe. Kasher tziva Hashem et Moshe. Again and again, Kasher tziva Hashem et Moshe. To tell us, you know, the golden calf, the sin. People think that it was like they wanted worship, idol worshiping. No! If they wanted really to build an idol, why did they approach Aaron? You should approach somebody else, not Aaron a Kohen. You approach him. But the idea was they were Dordeah. They had a lot of knowledge. They knew that in the Merkava, which is something high in Kabbalah, up there is a figure of an ox. So they said, we'll build an egel, a calf, and this is going to be our tool, because Moshe Rabbeinu is not here, he didn't come back. This is going to be our tool to worship God through it. as we said before, they even in the temple in Kodesh HaKodashim, there were two figures of kids, which is a statue. So what's the problem? So they did the egel, and we all know what happened later on. And this is exactly the thing. In order to fix it, they are building the Mishkan, and they doing exactly. And by the way, they brought everything from Moshe Rabbeinu to check if it's really being done. Kasher tziva Hashem et Moshe, not their own idea. They doing exactly what God wants them to do, and that's exactly the point. God didn't tell you to do a golden calf, so you shouldn't do it. Nekuda. That's it. And a lot of times when we think we know, we do mistakes. That's why we have our GPS. The Torah. The Torah is telling us what to do, what's right and what is wrong. And Gdolei Ador, the Tzaddikim, they tell us what's wrong and what's right. And, sometimes we should recalculate, rethink about what we're doing. It's like also the ways. The way sometimes sees that there is a problem on the way, accident or a traffic jam. So what is the Waze telling you? Mechashev maslul mechadash. I'm calculating the route from again. Mechashev maslul mechadash. And this is maybe what we should sometimes do. Mechashev maslul mechadash. To think another time. What I'm doing, is it right or wrong? Is it good? What are going to be the results? And who is showing me the way? God is showing me the way. And even if sometimes it doesn't look exactly as I think, that's the way. Kasher tziva Hashem et Moshe. And sometimes, yes, mechashev maslul mechadash. You have to recalculate your things. And this is the way to understand and realize we are a part of a big thing. Am Yisrael. And as we said in the beginning, even a small thing that we do is big because we are a part of things. Everybody does what he can. Everybody's got a part in the Mishkan. Everybody got a part in Am Yisrael. And as long as we understand it and fulfill our task in life, going in the way of God, in the right way, and giving whatever we can in order to build Am Yisrael, Am Echad, Am Yisrael Chai. All the best.